What is going down, fans? Welcome back. That was a bad intro. My bad, guys. What's going down, comic bookie fans? Finally, we are back. We were gone for 2 weeks, but oh my god. Oh, there's a firework. See, that was a sign. I shouldn't have done anything right there. Sorry, everyone. During the stream, if you hear any fireworks in the background, asshole neighbors are already lighting them off. So between like May and like August or September, they buy them early and start shooting them off. And then, of course, the 4th of July is a war zone. And then they have a few extras for after. So, what's going down, fans? The comic bookies are back after a week off. Plenty to get into in the worlds of sports and comics, so let's hit it. We check in on the NBA and NHL playoffs. The Euro 2020s have now started, and NASCAR. We talk about our experiences at Sonoma. Kyle Larson wins again at Texas, but will he win this week at Nashville? A new track for all of us, so can't wait to talk about that. And over on the comic book side, again, just like every single week, we have new comic books to get into, old comic books from the last couple weeks to talk about, and we have plenty of news, including Loki Episode 1, some Eisner Award nominees, and Batman's sexuality gets canceled. All that and a bag of chips on this 116th episode of the Comic Bookies podcast. Join us, will you? What's going down, everybody? Hope everyone is doing well.
Episode 116, guys. Let's go.
Yes, our couple viewers who are on right now, welcome in. Thank you for joining us.
It's going to be a fun night, that's for sure.
What's going down, Mark?
Marcus. Maglio.
All right. I'm going to sip my brewski, and then we shall return to the episode. Okay. Gentlemen, if you're ready, I am ready. Let's go back live in 3, 2, and 1. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Comic Bookies Podcast, episode 116. We are live right now on YouTube and Twitch, so come and join us. Give us a chat, a question, and we will entertain that. Oh, hear those fireworks? That's it. They got the fireworks for the Comic Bookies podcast. There it is, everyone. Baby. But we are brought to you by Treasure Island Comics in Fremont, California. Today, June 16th, 2021, is New Comic Book Day, so go out and see Alex. He'll get you started on a pull list to start or continue your comic books addiction. Fellas, took a week off last week myself. I was the reason why I went out to Arizona. Specifically, there it is. There's a couple fireworks for the city of Phoenix and Mesa, Arizona, and that hot-ass weather. But, gentlemen, how are you? It's been a while.
You know, I'm liking this grand entrance with the fireworks in the background. I mean, 116 episodes, guys. Something to be proud of. Let's go. Let's roll.
I mean,
everything is good, bro. This weather's hot, though. I know it ain't nothing probably compared to that Arizona weather, but it's been 2 weeks since I've been with the fellas. Mm-hmm. I'm excited for tonight, guys. How you guys doing?
I feel like Kurt Angle or like HBK with those fireworks. Like, dun, 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 you know? Hell yeah. Mark, what's going on, brother?
It's going on. It's going on. Nice to have you back. We're recording the 16th on the 116 on the 16th.
Yes, sir.
Pretty cool how that all worked out. And I always love, of course, how we always get to record on New Comic Book Wednesdays. How was your experience down there in Arizona, man? 108 to 113 the whole time you were down there. Fans, if we have any fans down in AZ, let us know. How scorching is it? Because, man,
it's kind of different, you know. Like everyone says, like when you're in Vegas, like, oh, don't worry, it's like a dry heat. It's not like out here where it's a little bit like, you know, you're 95 degrees, feels a little hotter because it's a little muggier than like all these desert places. But man, 115 is freaking 115, you know what I'm saying? And then when it's windy, it's not like a cool breeze. It's like you're in a furnace. It's just hot wind. So we didn't spend too much time outside. We went to my brother's because he has a new house, and like it's pretty cool. The community has a community center, a gym, a pool with like water slides and stuff. So we did that the first full day that we were there. Took the kids out swimming and stuff, and that was really cool. So even though at that time it was like 103 102, like 103. It felt nice because we were in the pool. But man, some of those other times during the day, like we left a sushi place that we went to, and it was 112 when we got in the rental car. It's just insane. It's just like unbearable. It's the surface of the sun, and I would never move there. Never say never, but like right now, I would never freaking move there. I don't care what the prices of the property is out there.
You got to do the cooking the egg on the asphalt test.
Hell yeah.
Man. That's when you know it's hot.
I can sear a fillet too before I pop it in the oven. Like it was crazy. I had a good time. Fortunately, a lot of the places that we were going to, we went to a surprise birthday party for my brother at his buddy's house. Sean, Bobby went to his house and swam as well. So, but there's AC there, AC at my brother's house, AC in every restaurant and diner we went to, and of course our hotel was like blasting the AC at like 71, 72 degrees. So, but it was cool. It was a good experience. Definitely taught myself some more patience as far as traveling with kids. Dude, the kids were amazing. I have a little beef with Hertz Rental Car, though. I have a beef. There it is. See, Hertz Rental Car. You can't, they want to give you the fireworks for Hertz Rental Car.
They heard you, bro.
They want all the smoke.
Exactly.
Huh?
So they own Thrifty and Dollar Rental, right? So our, through Expedia, we get the Dollar Rental car. So because no one wants to go back to work, both 2 out of the 3 places are closed. So sorry, if you have a reservation through Hertz, Thrifty, or Dollar, you have to get in this one line of like 75 people. So not only did we travel with 2 car seats, a stroller, 2 bags, 2 checked bags, and 2 backpacks. Like one of them's a diaper bag, one of them's a regular backpack that held like the laptop and stuff like that. And like haul all of that and step like 1 inch at a time. And it took us an hour and a half after our flight to get the car. It was a horrible experience while my parents did like Enterprise and they were in and out in like 7 minutes. Like it was BS, dude.
Sucker.
I know. Oh man. But that was like literally like the only bad experience I had. And also to tell you the truth, hotels are kind of whack as far as when you want to go there to get a free breakfast because of COVID and stuff. They don't have any like communal space. No one's cooking eggs, bacon, sausage, pancakes, waffles, nothing. Like you go to a window and the lady's like, what do you want? You want a blueberry muffin or a bagel? And she gives you like this this bagel that's wrapped in a plastic bag that's not even toasted. And like in junior high when you get a bagel and cream cheese, a little thing of cream cheese. And like that's it. And like you can get like there's like a couple of varieties of cereals with milk, but it was just like I was like, what? I wanted like a continental breakfast. Like what the hell?
You asking for too much from that continental swag.
You know what? It's a Holiday Inn Express, okay? I expect a little bit more than a bagged bagel. But anyways, that was like my bougie complaint for the whole weekend. But other than that, it was a great weekend.
So we can check a no on Mike's first major traveling after COVID restrictions. Which I know, like Arizona, I think I don't think that restrictions are obviously we let up yesterday in California, but it's pretty bad down there in Arizona.
What do you mean pretty bad?
People still wearing masks all over the place and stuff. That's what I'm saying. So you would think that like the continental breakfast type of thing, it wouldn't just be a bagel with the junior high cream cheese.
Very true, but it's still like a corporate thing, So it's like I don't care where you are. You can be in Tennessee or you can be in California. They might kind of conduct business the same. So, but no, we go to a Target, we went to a Walmart, we went to a couple restaurants. No employees wearing masks. Like it was crazy. It was a different world out there. It felt weird, but it felt good at the same time. Also, to not have to go into a restaurant, like walk through the front doors and not wear a mask because I would just take my mask off, at the table anyways. But yeah,
that normal feel.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. There was probably like the whole weekend. There was probably like maybe 30 or 40 people total who was like wearing a mask and stuff. But it also felt good at the same time to feel like, okay, cool. Like this is what California can get to, like everyone's, no one's giving anybody any dirty looks or whatever. Although there's one person at Target who kind of gave me and my wife a dirty look. Like the first day we get there, we had to go to Target and we did wear a mask, and he was like, whatever, gave us like that dirt.
Was it a Gale or a Biff?
You know where you were from.
It was a Kevin. I know he knew where we were from.
Yeah,
exactly. But
bordering state.
Yeah, but
you didn't have to tell. You didn't have to say much.
I know.
Probably wearing your damn A's gear too, knowing
I
you.
don't know. What was I wearing? Probably
the mask was probably an A's damn mask.
No, my dad's is though. My dad's mask is an A's mask.
Oh, there it is.
So,
there it is.
So, But all in all, it was a great weekend. I would never visit again in the summertime for sure. Like I'd wait till the end of the NASCAR season to go to the championship race.
Either will NASCAR. I was just gonna say that's why NASCAR goes there in the beginning and the end of the year.
God, hell no, we're not. That's why they do that in Vegas too. They're not going to go in June, July, or August.
Imagine, but back to that real quick. I mean, if it's kind of about the same type of cost of living in Arizona and Vegas, why the hell would you choose Arizona? At least Vegas, it's a little bit cooler, I would imagine, and you get to gamble wherever the hell you want. I mean, for the comic book, at least
spring training, quieter probably. I mean, I do get it for, I guess, us looking at it from the entertainment aspect, but no, I mean, Arizona, we went there for spring training. It's a fun place over there.
For comic bookie Mark, man, they don't get much better than the books, baby.
Yeah.
But when come March Madness in that book, baby, I don't know if spring sweating can beat the March in the book, baby.
There's a lot of opportunities like with jobs and stuff too. So I'm wondering if the job market is a little better in Arizona. With I was just talking to a few people at the party and stuff. So just if you don't want to work in a casino, it might be slim pickings as far as like decent paying jobs in Vegas. So
100%.
Yeah, so
always security at the Spearmint Rhino.
You get
smelling cigarettes wherever.
There's always taxi driving.
T-Bone Tuesdays.
Sorry, but if any of our fans work at a casino, the Monte Carlo out there, we know we got fans all over the globe. But geez, I mean, there's got to be years off your life with that secondhand smoke all day. You have an 8-hour shift and people are just smoking. I know their filtration is pretty damn good, but
you don't even smell it by the time you're in there.
Shout out to all of my people that work in casinos. Let us know if you're in the comments, if you work at a casino, if you deal cards, if you're a cocktail waitress, whatever you do. God bless your soul for giving us all the entertainment that we love and enjoy here. At least Comic Bookie Mark does in that book, baby.
Yeah, so, I mean, I definitely advocate for a trip to Arizona, just not in the summertime. Go in the spring for spring training and for a NASCAR race, and if it's sports, specific.
What if they don't like sports? What if they listen to this just for the damn comic books, man? You're not going to tell them to hit Sedona for the biking? I heard there's great trails and all that up there. I think it's like northwest.
Yeah. And then, what was I going to say? Yeah, I mean, it's really beautiful out there as far as like I was in the suburbs a lot, like the new developments and everything, but it looked like there were some cool spots to hit for like biking and stuff,
Is this a sign or a prelude to maybe the Suns making the finals this year? As much as we've been talking about the Arizona Heat,
we'll see what Chris Paul has to do with
cool.
that, man.
So let's get into it. Actually, let's do that. Let's segue. That's a nice little segue, Mark. So NBA playoffs is happening right now. A lot has happened in both the NBA and the NHL playoffs over the last few weeks. A lot of series are now concluded. You got the Brooklyn Nets who just won yesterday. I guess Kevin Durant had a historic night last night with his triple-double, and they're up 3-2. What are the other series, Sean? What are the other series at? I know that the LA Clippers.
LA, yeah. What's the score of that game right now, Mike? I know you got it behind you.
It's on a commercial right now, but I can actually pull it up. But I know that
105-97 Clippers.
Okay. Nice.
Ooh, so no Kawhi, and they still have a lead. The winner of this will be up 3-2. We got obviously Denver with the sweep. Man, talk about resting, and with the whole Chris Paul situation, they can use it.
Yeah, for sure. And then, oh my God, just the squandering of a win with Philadelphia tonight. Like at home against Atlanta.
Terrible.
With, you did the opportunity to go up 3-2. Now Atlanta, they were down 26 points in the third quarter. They come rolling all the way back. Philadelphia just craps the bed offensively, and then now they have to go on the road. I assume it's 2-2, 1-1-1. So now they have an elimination game on the road down in the dirty South. I believe probably Friday. I assume Friday or Saturday. But what the hell?
Man, that's what makes me think is Embiid really an MVP guy. I mean, he played good, but it's that team, man. I think we've seen that stat that nobody other than Curry and Embiid had a field goal. Tobias looked like doo-doo. Simmons can't shoot. They get no points off that bench. I mean, Atlanta shouldn't be winning that basketball game. I mean, Philly, you got to be better than that. Come on now, guys. You guys are up, 26 you said, Mike?
26 points in the third quarter.
I mean, I even seen Chuck do a guarantee.
Oh, yeah.
Charles Barkley guarantee, and I thought
they were outscored. The Philadelphia 76ers were in the fourth quarter 40-19 in their own building. 40-19.
My God.
And in the third quarter, 29-25. So, I mean, I don't know. It was a complete meltdown in the fourth. I don't know what Doc got.
Garbage.
Doc obviously didn't have the surgery room prepped and ready to go for this one. But what are your guys' thoughts, man? We're seeing a young star in the making here, guys. Man, comparable to our guy Steph Curry, Oklahoma, people we saw him in college, liked him, just I honestly, I didn't think I didn't think that he was going to be this good, but he's obviously propelling his team to, almost the conference finals. So what do you guys think about this guy, man? He's a star in the making, or is he already there? Him and Luka. I mean, this NBA is really, really turning around. As much as we love our Warriors, I mean, all great dynasties come to an end, right? And, I'm not saying that it's over, but it's obviously on the downward part of, the hill, right?
Older.
They're not getting any younger unless they're going to have to draft and do whatever they got to do, acquisitions. But man, this new breed in the NBA that we're seeing right now with, Trae Young, we got Luka, we got, Lonzo, see how he just won Rookie of the Year, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So it's just, it's pretty crazy. Your thoughts on these rookies, Trae Young, the game, wherever you guys want to go with it, really. But I'm really, really impressed. 39 points on 40 minutes tonight. Guys just doing it all. 10 for 23, only 2 for 6 from 3. But man, not bad for the young guy from Oklahoma. Your thoughts, guys?
I gotta admit, dude, the boy can play. He has every opportunity with that team because he got drafted to be the guy. I mean, Atlanta wasn't even a playoff team, and they've built a good team around him. John Collins is playing good basketball, Bogdanovich, Capella. And, they got hot at the right time. They got McMillan as their coach. I think he came in during the season. When he became the head coach, man, they were one of the best records in the NBA. And
former Portland player, right?
Former Portland player, I think a defensive player, first team or second team. And then he's just brought that defense to that team, man. They've crunched down and look at it, man. They have no reason to maybe even be in the playoffs for some people, but they got hot at the right time. They beat the Knicks 4-1. They're up 3-2 versus Philly. And Trae Young's balling, man. I mean, straight up, the kid can play basketball. He has a great opportunity over there being the guy. And damn, man, I can't really say much, boy. He's been a star. For
They got everything in the third and fourth quarter from this team. You had Williams come off the bench, 15 points off 7 of 11 shooting. Gallinari 6 of 10 shooting. 16 points off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like they're getting help where they can. Whereas Philadelphia, pretty much the whole second half, especially the fourth quarter, it was all Embiid and Curry, and that was it. And then, oh my God, what's his name? Ben Simmons. Yeah, he hit that miraculous 2 free throws, but then the next one, dude, it's a laser beam to the hoop. This guy, what are you doing? Like,
how you do that as an NBA player? I don't get that.
Every single NBA player should be at least 80, 82%? You're professional. It's like PATs, really, to me. Like you shouldn't.
It's embarrassing.
You shouldn't be in the league
man.
if you can't hit less than 80% of your freaking free throws, man. It's embarrassing.
I mean, what's one of the first shots you grow up learning? It's the free throw, and to be a point guard at that, doing like Ben Simmons, you better than that, man. Like,
are you guys enjoying these playoffs so far this year in 2021, or do you guys enjoy bubble ball more?
This one for sure.
Yeah, this one. I mean, bubble ball was good for what it was.
Bubble ball had some great games. Remember Donovan Mitchell against?
Oh, it did. No,
I'll take fans every.
I feel like bubble ball was good last year.
I'll take a packed house any day over anything type of bubble ball.
I mean, the atmosphere 100%, but I think we had some pretty damn good games. Like, we got the good Tyler Hero meme with the face that he did, and just besides, Sean's team, the Lakers, he's a God. Nah, but besides the Lakers winning, probably a bunch of Lakers fans listening because they're all over the globe. They're like Yankees fans and Manchester United fans and but nah, man, I probably paid attention to more bubble ball than I did this year, honestly, because obviously we were cooped up and whatnot. But nah, this one's been all right. It's been pretty good. Still Brooklyn Nets favored to win it with KD, easy money sniper, coming in as your favorite right now to win the Finals MVP at 2-1. Man, guy, what a rebound year for him, I would say. Right, it scares me every time I see him plant that right ankle, but hopefully he lasts up because. Man, sometimes these injuries happen and these guys never come back as strong, but this guy is just balling. My opinion on this next game coming up, I think it being in Milwaukee, I think it has a potential to go to game 7. Your thoughts?
I hope so.
Game 7.
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah.
You hope so?
I hope it goes to game 7. Push him a little bit, James Harden, is he going to play?
Bro, he's going to play, but if you see what he did yesterday, he had like 4 points. He was more of a decoy the whole game, and that's what bothers me the most, man. The Bucks could have just stepped on their neck and just killed them.
Yeah.
But they just kept starting to do jump shots. They let KD do KD stuff. I mean, Giannis, you're the MVP type of player. You got to cover KD. I didn't see him cover KD one time yesterday. So I just trying to figure out what's going on with the matchups, but we'll see, man. KD played every minute yesterday, and he's probably going to have to play every minute tomorrow. He's probably tired, but the boy is killing it. Good for him. We know how talented he is. I want that series to go game 7. That's 2 of the premier teams. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, if you like Brooklyn, it's looking like you can get them at about 5.5 right now. So they're kind of Vegas kind of wants game 7 like we do also, guys.
Yeah. I mean, by the time we record next week, we're probably going to have a solidified Western and Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah, exactly. But before we go from the hardwood to the ice, Caleb in the chat, hello, sir. How are you doing?
There he is.
Yo, what's up, Caleb?
So going to the ice now. Man, Mark, New York Islanders, man. You've been liking
they
them
didn't pull it off last
since
night.
Like the second round. I know they didn't pull it off last night, and I believe the Knights lost today. They lost like 3-2 or 4-3 against the Montreal Canadiens. So that series is also 1-1.
1-1.
So, but it's weird. I saw like the Vegas odds for the Stanley Cup Finals, dude. Like Vegas is like minus money. They're like minus like 180, which I was surprised. I thought that Tampa Bay would be the team to be favorites, but I guess not. I guess Vegas likes Las Vegas, and not only they like Vegas, but they like him at minus money.
Hey, we need a Canada team in, bro. We still got the Canadians. We're going strong right now. Come on, Montreal.
Yeah, I know, but Montreal,
VGK, baby.
But Montreal, no, not VGK. But Montreal is they already won like 20-something Stanley Cups. Like I know,
what everyone forgets about. Yeah,
I know. Like back when they were like the original 6. Yes, I know they won most of them. They haven't won a Stanley Cup since like 93, 94. But still, I would have much rather have had Toronto or Winnipeg win the Stanley Cup Finals. But you know what? It'd be cool to see a Canadian team win.
Our boy Big Joe's rolling with Tampa though right now, right?
Joe Thornton, he was in Toronto.
He was with Toronto. He was Toronto. Yes,
yeah,
you're right.
They also crapped the bed against Montreal, up 3-1. So yeah, so we'll see. Yes.
So the Canadians actually, let me give you some some odds real quick. The Canadians are actually the longest odds, 16-1. The only one in double digits. Islanders, my team, 6-1 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa Bay plus about 2.5-1, and like you said, Golden Knights, man, minus 120.
Crazy.
If I'm looking for any type of value, we're New York, stand up. Where we at? New York, NYI 6-1, baby. Let's go. It's gonna be them and VGK in the finals.
I think I'm still gonna go Tampa Bay to win to go back to back.
Tampa's good. I can see them getting there. I mean.
It's 1-1, right?
Oh both, VGK is so freaking good, though.
Both
man.
series are 1-1. If VGK gets there, I think they might win, but I think Tampa could definitely take Montreal.
I've probably watched more minutes of Tampa Bay and New York Islanders than I'd like to admit, actually, because I've watched at least 2 periods last night, a couple periods the other game, and I've been tuning into this game a little bit more than I have NBA. Unfortunately, I don't know, but I've been enjoying the hockey lately.
Yeah,
I caught a little bit of the VGK game, but not as much. I kind of like the Islanders and the Lightning matchup. Been pretty
Yeah,
good.
the Golden Knights tonight, they put themselves in a hole. I think they were down 2-0 after the first period, so it was kind of hard to dig themselves out. But dude, it's what I missed about 2019 and before. You know, you had baseball, so even if the Giants or the A's or any other team is doing well, it's like it doesn't matter. Like I'm going to watch the NBA or the NHL playoffs, and it kind of feels the same.
Yeah.
I get that same feeling now. To whereas last year when the A's were doing really well, I kind of would have rather have watched them than this no fans bubble basketball or hockey playoffs, to be honest. Like, that's my opinion. But this year, I feel it's like back to normal. There are fans back in the crowds. It's way more watchable to me. And so, that's why I come home and I turn on my YouTube TV, and I don't go directly to the A's game at 7 o'clock. I go to the 4:30, the end of those games in hockey or basketball, and then I continue on to the evening games in hockey and basketball before I go to the A's. It's crazy.
Just because of how big the fans play a role in a hockey game. We've been to some hockey games, obviously, and you just see, those towels. You hear the noises rocking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, bro, there's almost no momentum like a hockey team's momentum in the playoffs when they're rolling. And I mean,
bang on that glass, baby.
Bro, it's easy to see why people would want to, hey, I got to tune in at least to some of this game, back end of it or whatever it is. But I will admit, bro, it is so weird, the Sharks being where they're at. Not to go off topic, but it is the Sharks. And, that's what we're used to. And, you're seeing all these playoff teams. I mean, I got the whole table up, and to not see the Sharks there, it's just like, damn, this might not just be a one-year spell, bro. We might be definitely one of the bottom feeders for a while right now. It's so crazy, man.
It kind of feels weird, if you're a Blackhawks fan or a Red Wings fan, because, 3 years ago, for the previous 10 to 15, we would see them up there every year. So it's kind of weird. Like the Devils even are kind of, are down there and as far as the bottom feeders is concerned too. So it's pretty crazy, but we'll see. 2 more series. So I'm guessing by the time that we record next week, maybe we'll have the Stanley Cup Finals.
We might.
Solidified. So we'll see. So we'll preview that series coming up next week. But on to the pitch. Because the Euro 2020 was of course canceled or postponed in 2020 because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So now we have the Euro 2020 in 2021. So Mark and Sean, you're Portuguese. They won their first game. If you're listening to this weekend, they have a game at noon on Saturday against Germany.
At 9, you guys are at
we
noon.
are at the Polacks are at noon. The Portuguese, they are at 9. But yeah, so they won their first game 3-0. Unfortunately, I didn't see the replay of the game. I think I was at work or I was back in Arizona. But Poland got that red card, and it kind of put them in a bad spot. So they lose, I believe, 2-1. And they play Spain at noon on Saturday, and Portugal plays Germany at 9 a.m. But there's been some really good games. It feels great to have that back. It kind of gives that feeling of like, dude, we're going to have the Euro Cup for a whole month, and then right after the Euro Cup ends, we have the Olympics. Like the Summer Olympics. So this is like 2021. Oh my God. Like all of the stuff that should have happened in 2020, we're getting it all back. We're getting hockey playoffs, NBA playoffs. We're getting a summer where the Giants and the A's are in first place in their division, in their respective divisions. You know what I'm saying? So it feels good to be not only a Bay Area sports fan, but just a sports fan in general to get these things that we're only getting once every 2 to 4 years. It's all happening at once. We love it.
Well, we know how much we love the world tournaments, obviously from the Olympics, obviously what we have currently in store in Europe, the Euro Cup. Man, it has been exciting. Italy's back to being Italy. Belgium's looking like the ranked number 1 team. You know what? The Polacks did lose, but we still got faith in Lewandowski. You guys got a huge game versus Spain on Saturday. It's going to be rocking wherever they're playing. Mm-hmm. And, of course, the Portuguese got to go to Germany and, of course, face Germany. They had a good first game. They got the 3-goal differential. Ronaldo had a couple crackers, 2 goals, and oh, man, and not just being the biased Portuguese, but just watching every game, man. You see some of those crowds and some of those fans. You see just that, that's what life is to them. It's soccer.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's been huge. A quick shout out also from the Comic Bookies podcast, Mr. Christian Erickson, bro.
Yeah.
We love you. We know how talented and how important you are to the soccer community. It was one of the scariest things I've ever seen on live TV. And I am just so happy as just a human being that you're alive, man. So Big
Yeah.
ups for sure.
Like that was a crazy situation because you guys are texting me about it, and like we're checking into the hotel. I have no idea. I have to like quickly go up to the room and turn the TV on. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like he died, or what's going on? What's going on? So like he actually like did die, and then like the first defibrillator they kickstarted his heart. Like Motley Crue would say, they kickstarted his heart, and just the self-awareness of that player, I forgot his name, I think it started with a K, coming over, turning him onto his side, making sure he didn't swallow his own tongue, just like, it's crazy. And then to have paramedics, like just imagine if they came to the pitch 30 seconds, 60 seconds later, he wouldn't be in the hospital bed, he wouldn't be recovering right now, he'd be dead, and that would be just a horrible feeling to have on the first day or second day of the Euro Cup.
Second day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually had the timing. It took 1 and 49 seconds for the health officials to get on the field and begin CPR. And it was crazy because, I mean, I was watching the game. I seen the throw into him and him collapse, and it's like, okay, that was like something a little bit more serious. And I don't think anyone knew to where it was like, a streaker's on the field, we turn the camera. They didn't know what was going on, so they're like kind of zoomed in. You see him laying on the field. Mark texts me, are they doing CPR? And you see them doing CPR.
Wow. And
it's crazy. Before like the last video they shown, you actually see his body do like one of those like shocks, which I'm sure was a defibrillator. And it was chills, bro. It was chills.
Wow.
And
yeah, not something you see every day. There was no contact. There was like nothing. It was just, to have cardiac arrest at, how old is he? Late 20s?
28 years old.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy.
How old?
He's like 28, 29, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That's it.
Yeah, like not to make light of it or a joke or whatever, but Christian Eriksen, when I played, one of the FIFA video games when I first started getting into soccer, like 4 or 5 years ago, he was he was the first player I kind of purchased for Manchester United, like from Tottenham or wherever he was at the time. It was like Christian Eriksen. He played really well for me, so it was crazy. Like,
he's that dude, man. He is.
Like, what the hell, right? So let's get into the actual game. So today's game's on Wednesday the 16th. Russia takes out my Finns. Yeah, dude, my countries are not doing well at all. Poland, Finland, and Scotland are like just playing like ass right now.
What's your combined record right now, Mike?
0-3, I think. Or Finland, they won a game, so 1-3 because Finland.
Yeah, 1-3.
Yeah, so but Wales takes out Turkey 2-0, and then Italy another 3-0 win, a combined 6-0 on there. So, what do you guys like about it so far? What do you think about Portugal's chances, especially getting out of the group of death and then going forward? Is it Belgium's tournament to lose, or France, Italy, Germany? What do you guys think?
I gotta give a shout out actually to North Macedonia. I mean,
there it is.
I was like looking at that flag. I'm like,
what the hell?
Damn, what country is this? And coming to find out, when that guy scored, I was actually listening to that game on like satellite radio on the soccer channel they got, and I was like, what? They said that he scored is like the first time ever they've ever been made a tournament, first time ever scoring a goal, and the dude that did it was like played with them forever. I think he's like 35 or he's like in his late 30s or something. And I was like, man, this is pretty awesome. That's why we love these tournaments. I mean, who knows how far they're going to be able to go, but man, shout out to North Macedonia for getting in the Euro 2020/2021, if you will. The Group F, the group of death, Portugal, we got a goal differential advantage like Sean alluded to. It's going to be really hard. I think Germany can be had. We got away, luckily. It was looking pretty ugly against Hungary, so shout out to them. The keeper was fabulous. Their defense was on point. We couldn't break through, but like the Portuguese always often do with Cristiano Ronaldo, they break through. He gets 2. He breaks another record, but there's one thing that he will not be having, and he was having none of it. Don't give Cristiano no damn Coca-Cola, man, because they're the sponsors, and you're gonna make them drop $4 billion in revenue if you don't drink that damn Coke, Cristiano. And as a stockholder, baby, next time they give you that Coke, I don't want to hear your number 7 Ash just hold up that damn water. Agua. That boy pushed the 2 Coke bottles to the side and said, but nah. Guy breaks records. Guy's probably going to honestly be the GOAT, greatest of all time. I don't know. At the end of his career, I don't know how you're going to really have to, yeah, if he wins this trophy again, it's
What argument is there to be had?
how you gonna like? You can't really deny the fact, not just being a homer there, but you're seeing great play. I see, your guy Lewandowski, man. He's another great player. They could have easily drew that game as well, draw, or whatever.
Mhm.
But not bad, man. Spain, I like. It's always the same thing with Spain. They play keep away. They control. They weren't able to beat Sweden. I know they were very, very happy to come away with that type of game Sweden was against such a stiff opposition. But nah, man, England got their game. I think they play tomorrow. Seems like they haven't played in a while. But
Yeah,
the
they play tomorrow.
Netherlands, I like to see my guy Wijnaldum, new PSG player, but a former Liverpool player. He's out there. He scored a goal. Guy's doing pretty good. Doing good, man. And yeah, Russia, they always fight hard. Belgium shot out Belgium to our listener and our the one that constant
Down in
listener.
Belgium, I know that's right.
Hey, let's go Belgium, baby. But yeah, it's fun, man. It's always fun. I just wish I could watch more games, right? It's just
True.
sucks when they're so early in the day and whatnot. But Portugal this Saturday, definitely be watching. Definitely going to be fun. But yeah, what are your thoughts,
I
Mike?
mean, tomorrow we have Ukraine and North Macedonia, Denmark and Belgium, and then the Netherlands and Austria are tomorrow's slated games.
Nice.
And then, but yeah, I mean, I always enjoy it. Of course, I get to watch more of it on the weekends, but whenever I can, if there's a downtime at work, hopefully no one at work is listening right now, but just kind of put on my phone or on the laptop and like go do work and kind of walk by, and kind of check out the games and stuff. But yeah, it's one of those ones. Yeah, right.
Soft.
Yep, exactly. But
You gotta love it, bro. You know it's soccer season when you hear that. And also, hey, for Saturday, for all the Bay Area, California people, shout out to the Benfica Club in San Jose because we likely will be watching the game over there. So hey, come and join. We were there for the last Euro Cup. Mark and I with the family versus Spain. We've seen how exciting, how much fun it was. So
Nice.
to bring that energy Saturday, baby.
nice.
Comic Bookies live at the Benfica
That's
Club.
right. So I
We
think
better start getting downloads in Portugal,
there
man.
we go. I know, right? We
I
need to
don't
add
know
them to
about-
the passport. We got to
We
stamp
got
them.
family out there. They ain't downloading. Kind
Yeah,
of.
no damn. Yeah, what the heck?
Come on. Come on. I'm gonna have a talk with
Yeah,
them.
so I assume by next Wednesday we'll be out of the. Wait, does everyone play each other twice or just once each?
No, it's every 4 days every team plays. So Portugal is Tuesday, Saturday, the 4-day rest. They play, I think, next Wednesday's their last game, I want to say, versus
so
France.
we'll be winding
yeah.
down the group stages by the time we record next week, and we'll get a good feel for who's going to advance to the round of 16. Cool. So from the Euro 2020 to our last sports topic of the night is NASCAR. Of course, your boys were, sipping not wine, but we were sipping some Budweisers and some Miller Lights and some goddamn seltzers for the first time myself. But Sonoma was hella fun, especially since Kyle Larson won his second race in a row there. And then, of course, last weekend, if everyone tuned in, he won the $1 million check at Texas Motor Speedway by winning his third race in a row. But fellas, let's go to Sonoma first. That was
Hold
that was a fun
on. You ain't gonna give Comic Bookie Mark, your co-host, any credit for calling 2 races in a row. I told you. On this podcast. It's documented. I told you Kyle Larson gonna win the 600. Kyle Larson, before we went on the race, Kyle Larson, you might be watching Kyle Larson win your second race live and in action again. You're like, well, I hope so. Man, can I say, baby? My boy Larson, the fact that I haven't been putting any money win, I'm the one that's really taking the L, right? I'm taking the L.
Yeah,
but no, it was definitely fun to finally get out to a race, man. We were in good spots all over the place with the limited capacity. I didn't think that they were really giving a damn. You could kind of travel around. You're on hills.
That was hella fun. Feeling that energy.
We got right
bro.
next to the pits. It's just dudes are like picking up my damn seat cushion
That was
fell
hella
over.
funny.
I saw the gate.
Michael
Check out
Mark
the
was
video.
climbing fences,
YouTube.
man.
Check out the got me coming out of porter potties, outhouses. Man, check out the video, youtube.com/the comic bookies, man, because it sure was an adventure.
Yeah.
And it was great to share it with my TCB brothers.
Yeah, and then just like a couple years ago, we left at the perfect time. We left when there was like 9 laps left. They had those 2 late cautions, so by the time the race actually ended, we were already in the car, heading out of the parking lot. And it didn't take us long at all to get out there, so that was really really cool.
That was definitely the best race I've been to. I think just energy wise, even though it was only like 35% capacity, you still felt a good vibe with the people and just a lot of good energy. The cars were loud. Alluding to what Mark said, we really got to go almost anywhere we wanted, and it felt really good. I mean, it felt safe. Obviously, safety first. Being his fans. I mean, no masks, yet we still felt like we were in a good, safe environment. And just watching a race, the first time we went, we were in the bleachers over there. But to all the different places we were going, I mean, you guys definitely check out the awesome video that Mike put together. I mean, you can see all the angles we were at. We were up close and personal with the cars. Yeah, we had a fence between us, but I mean, it was something we didn't expect to get that close. You've seen the pit crews right there, kind of seeing the stuff they're doing behind the scenes with all the technology, the computers, and yeah, man, it's a whole new respect for NASCAR. Just another thing that's like, damn, man, like it is a team sport. So people you don't see that work just as hard, man. That one pit stop, you got to hit a home run every damn time, and it was good, man.
Yeah, I got my lug nuts too from the pits.
You got your lug nut.
Got my lug nut. That was cool. So, and
Clippers lead 3-2. Just a quick little update, guys.
Yeah, I see them interviewing Paul George right now. So for anyone listening to this, I'm sure Game 6 will have already happened. But yeah, so the All-Star race was cool. I was obviously not able to watch it. I was just doing family stuff in Arizona, so I wasn't able to watch. Mark, did you watch any of the All-Star race?
Of course.
Yeah, because you were texting us back and forth, and then all of a sudden you were like, you texted a long thing about Kyle Larson. I was like, but you didn't say his name, and you were like, I was like, what did I tell you? Blah blah blah. He's the best right now. I was like, what the? I was like, damn, did Kyle Larson win? And then you were like, yeah. I was like, oh crap, I didn't even realize. I didn't even think to check the whole time.
So you didn't watch any of it?
No. I was like,
it was like a crazy format. Actually, we didn't even get a chance to get into it. That's right, but the format was just 15 laps, 15 laps, 15 laps,
yeah,
15
it was.
laps,
How many different
20
heats were
laps,
there?
15 laps, 10 laps. I'm like, what kind of weird, I don't know. And then they like a fan vote where they got to pick a color, and then they had the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, and they dropped the thing, and it said, 12 of the top 12 are getting inverted. So the top 12 started in the front, and the people that finished. So Kyle Larson, after the first stage, he had to start in the back because he was first, and they inverted the field, and then they inverted it again another time, and then another time it's like they had to pit a green pit stop, and then Chase Elliott's pit crew won $100,000 for having the fastest pit stop. I mean, I was like, what the? I mean, I guess they're trying.
I mean, I think it was the Daytona 500. It was it was during a break or whatever, like a stage break or whatever of the Daytona 500 or one of the really early races. But like the, CEO or the president of Texas Motor Speedway, he got on and he gave the fine details of the All-Star race. And I was like, what the hell is this? All 15 laps. So I remember him talking about it, but that kind of went over my head. So, hey, at least the one race I missed was not really like a season race. It had nothing to do with points and stuff. Yeah. It was just a fun race. But Kyle Larson takes it and takes home the checkered flag and the $1 million check for his second straight win as far as All-Star races raced. Because obviously he didn't race in it last year, and then 2 years ago, I think at Charlotte, he did win the $1 million check. So good for him. Mark, can you tell us anything about Nashville? Because me and Sean don't know a damn thing. I don't even know when's the last time.
Nashville.
When's the last time that it has the cups? Is this one of the Coda where it's never been raced before, or are they back at Nashville?
No, I think they've raced at it before. I haven't looked into it. Sorry, I wish I had more information on it, but I know that there's been 5 racers because they had the little NASCAR on IG where they do the little poll or whatever, and there's 5 guys that have won there actually.
Oh, okay.
Carl Edwards actually has done pretty good there. He won some championship or something there. I think it might have been more the Xfinity series that's been there. Don't quote me on that, but not Cup. But I'd have to look more into that. If you guys continue on, I can try to do a little bit of research. But yeah, I think it's been more Xfinity. But let me look it up real quick.
I mean, it's kind of like me and Sean are going into this blind, just like let's pick drivers that are hot right now. Let's pick Chase to win.
Oh,
Let's pick
that's
Joey
easy.
Logano to win.
Let's
Let's
go.
pick Kyle Larson to win. Like Martin Truex Jr. Like for me, I have no thought. No research, nothing to go off of, no history. So it's kind of like Coda.
Makes it easier for us.
Like Coda
with
was
the
easy for us
racers.
because we were like, okay, let's go with a road course guy. Let's go with Chase Elliott, and sure enough, he wins that race. So, Nashville, it's a short track, right? Is it a shorter track, like mile and a half?
It's a shorter track.
So, I mean, who knows? I'm sure it'll be entertaining. It'd be cool.
Yes, that's right. It is going to be the first time that they host a Cup race. Let me see. I'm pulling it up. 1958.
Damn.
But yeah, they raced Xfinity there, I believe, from 2000 or 1994 until 2001. I think this is just giving me a bunch of history, like pictures. But yeah, they have the banquet there last year at Nashville. But as far as
one let me see.
I can't. This is the best.
It looks like it's a 1 1/8 mile track. Is that what it is? If they haven't reconfigured it?
Yeah, it's pretty small. Is it the fairgrounds?
Yeah, the
They call it, like,
fairground
the
speedway.
fairgrounds or
Yeah.
whatever.
So, that's pretty cool that they're actually going to do something different. It's just been a crazy season so far. Coda, Nashville. Shoot, me and Sean have only ever seen 2 road courses ever with, Watkins Glen and Sonoma, but now they have 7 road courses this year on the circuit. So actually no, I lied. Daytona Road Course and then the Roval at Charlotte. But, just consistently, it always was just Watkins Glen and Sonoma. But, yeah, I'm excited. I'm not really going to give a pick. Let's just go for the hell of it, let's just go Kyle Larson because he's on such a hot streak. But who knows?
Sounds like guaranteed money to me. That guy is just killing it, racing with confidence, and it was really good. I will just real quick go back to Sonoma because there was times that pit stops happen, he goes behind, whatever, and just how strategic fast his car was. And we're on that one turn before the big loop. We're like, he's about to catch this guy right here.
Yeah,
and
like where he goes up, where he goes up the hill, and then we're like, and then he disappears, and we're like, he's gonna come around the S curve or whatever, and he's gonna be in front of the guy. Watch, and sure enough, he had already passed the guy. So. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Mark, before we go ahead.
I was wrong. It wasn't 94. It opened in 2001. The last time they raced there was in 2011 in the Xfinity Series and also in the Truck Series. So they haven't raced it since 2011.
Oh wow! 10
I think
years,
there
wow.
has some. I think there's houses that are kind of close by. If I'm not mistaken, I might have heard something about that.
Okay.
Kind of loud or something. Maybe that had to do with like complaints, but yeah, I'm seeing here also IndyCar Series race there from 2001 until only 2008. Scott Dixon winning for Chip Ganassi Racing 3 years in the row before it closed.
Oh, nice.
2006, 7, and 8.
Well,
so yeah,
cool. Wow.
Team Penske has a win there in Indy, and Ford has 1, 4. Chevrolet has, and Dodge has 1, Pontiac 1, Toyota 2.
All right.
Joey Bush with wins there. Ooh.
Oh, there you go.
If they know the track a little bit, Brad Keselowski would have win there also, and Kevin Harvick.
So there it is. So everyone enjoy the.
I'll take Logano. I'll take Logano this week, man. He hasn't been doing too good. I know he doesn't like to compete at how he's been competing. He's been doing all right, but I know he wants to be running a little bit better. Right now, it's been the Hendrick show with a little bit of Kyle mixed in there. Denny's been fading away a little bit. He's been so hot since the beginning, but I don't know if he's consistently getting top 5s anymore. But yeah, we'll see. I'll take Logano, baby. Let's go 22. Right. He needs a second win this season.
Everyone out there, enjoy the first race on NBC. They are not on Fox anymore, so enjoy the first race on NBC. Right. But this has been the Comic Bookies podcast. We are going to take a short break to go to the bathroom and refill our beverages, but we will be right back with the second half of our podcast, the sports section. So see you in a bit.
It is.
BRB.
listening to him if you're trying to buy a house. Boy, talking about them rates, way.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Comic Bookies podcast. Like every single week, we're brought to you by Treasure Island Comics in Fremont, California. Go to see Alex, not today, because he is now closed. It's after hours, but every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, go get anything in the comic book world. You get some pop toys, you get some statues, you can get some of those little golden books. Hell, you can get cards, like Mark was talking to us earlier. But now, on to the comic books. Going to give you a quick rundown of what came out today on New Comic Book Day. So over on DC, we have The Flash 771, Nightwing 81, Catwoman number 32, this Batman Fortnite 0 Point number 5 comes out today, and Tom King gives us Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow number 1. Now, I also want to highlight, too, that for all of you Static Shock fans, Static Season 1 number 1 from this milestone kind of side of DC, number 1 of that came out today as well. Marvel Venom 35, New Mutants 19, Fantastic Four 33, Miles Morales Spider-Man 27, and one of my favorites, me and Sean's, Alien number 4. Over on the Image side, we have Radiant Black 5, The Silver Coin 3, Stillwater 8, Ultra Mega 4, and Home number 3. Boom Studios gives us Berserker, Keanu Reeves' book number 3, and Seven Secrets number 9, and finally AWA with The Resistance Uprising number 3. Gentlemen, this is the comic book side, so let's give the fans like a quick rundown. I mean, we have 2 weeks worth of books to do, but let's keep it kind of quick. Let's give a quick rundown of what we liked the last couple weeks, and maybe highlight like one book that that was our favorite. So, what'd you guys think of the last few weeks of books?
You know what? I know we've probably all read different things, probably a couple similar books, but in the pre-production now, Mark alluded to Batman the Detective. Bro, I love that book. It's actually one of those books that I know we had the first one. I was like, okay, older Batman, but the new characters that we've kind of met, it's fun. The most recent one also kind of learning like how Batman, who he kind of learned a lot of his secrets from, a lot of his training from, bro. It's been good.
Yeah, it has. It definitely has. Mike hasn't dove into it yet.
So we're not gonna give.
That's why I can see he's taking off his head. He's like, please,
no.
Oh, trust me, that's why I didn't go too much into it. Kind of keeping it vague a little bit. But no, it's pretty damn good.
With Mike being on his Arizona trip that we talked so deeply into earlier in the podcast, he didn't get a chance to read it, guys. This one right here. Batman the Detective. It's a 6-issue miniseries, I believe, by Tom Taylor, one of Mike's favorites. Dude, yeah, this obviously was the best. The 3rd issue, we're kind of getting a lot more knowledge on what he's doing, why he's doing it, how he's doing it, and it definitely leaves you with. I'm just gonna flash it real quick at the very end for Mike, so he can get a. He closed his eye. He doesn't want to see. There it is. But it's. I can't wait for you to dabble into it. But that's a good one, Sean. I was really enjoyed that one. It probably was my favorite one, even though I'm a huge Joker guy, and I do believe it's been great with the whole Gordon chasing him and everything. This is the one that was also from last week, but very, very good. This one was kind of a setup, kind of a fill-in story, kind of a setup story. So I don't believe it was as good as Batman Detective or as what was it? The Detective Comics. Sorry, Batman Detective Comics. Yeah, Detective was good too, getting a lot of new answers there, and The Nice House on the Lake. Mike, another one that I wish he would have read, but he didn't. Sean, did you pick this one up?
I read it.
Not, sir. I did see that.
Oh, you did read it?
Yeah, because that's from 2 weeks ago. So that's actually my favorite from this week. So James Tynion, he's been giving us so many books, Department of Truth, Batman, Joker, and yeah, we're on like 4 books of his right now. So The Nice House on the Lake, it was definitely like a clue book, So Sean, just to give you a quick synopsis, this chick, she's being approached by a guy in a bar, kind of being hit on and stuff, but like just kind of wants to be a friend as well. Like this guy kind of comes off as, he asks her, how do you think the world's going to end? She's like, what the hell? Kind of a weird conversation to have with the person you just met for the first time, right? So he somehow gets her email months later and invites her and other people to a lake house I believe in like Wisconsin or Michigan there, Mark. Like it's like his mom's friend's house, and they gifted it to him, or they said they can use it for like a week or two. So then it's kind of like Clue, because when she first gets there, she's like the artist. Like this guy has like kind of played a game. I forgot what her name is, but she's the artist. Then you have like the pianist, then you have the doctor, then you have the writer, then you have the journalist, and stuff like that. So you have all these people who like, they have, of course, their names like John and Sally and whoever the hell, but they have the something. Like that's their occupation. And also in the little thing, I can actually show you. Let me flip to it. Like it says right here, like this guy's the comedian. See this little thing right here? Where it says his name,
we got a joke.
His name, his age, and then it says college cluster. So he's like he knew him in college, like this guy Walter. Like this is like the guy, and then New York cluster as well. Like he knew him in New York. That's like how his connection with this one guy, right? So it's kind of weird. They're just like like where's the man of the hour? Like where is he or whatever?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, what happens is there's a huge explosion. And like some diabolical thing that happens back home, and like the world like is going to end. So it's like crazy how he invited all these people out here, and like how he asked how this world's going to end, and then it's pretty crazy. And now they feel like they're like trapped at this house with this guy.
Yeah, that's a little crazy, but I'm liking the whole spy feel to it. That's dope. Bond, bro.
I don't
Another
know.
one.
Another spy, right?
Another spy, and the one that we can't again really get too detailed in because I know Mike hasn't read it. But another goodie. The fans don't get it. They're probably gonna get a little bit of vague insight into some of the readings we've had because we haven't all read the same thing. But again, Bond was awesome. Mike, another treat. You are gonna like it. I think what Mark said actually is best. I mean, I like the first one. But I definitely agree with his statement that they're just getting better and better.
I mean,
as the issues keep coming
dude,
at us.
When I first got into comic books, I've read like 4 or 5 different of these 6-issue miniseries of Bond. Like I was reading my DC, I was reading actually mostly DC, but Bond was the other kind of story that I'd be buying online. I'd wait till all 6 issues of one story would come out, and then I would buy all 6 of them at one time from this online store. And dude, thoroughly enjoyable. So I can't wait to get into all of these. I will try my hardest to not only read last week's books, but today's books as well by the time we record next week. Actually, no. You know what? Actually, I have another week off because remember, just you two to give everyone some news. My wife is having like a minor surgery next week, but it is on Wednesday, and so I'll be taking some time off of work and from the podcast as well, but Mark and Sean will be here next week to give you guys all of the information and entertainment of colliding the worlds of sports and comics. But hey, now I have a few days to stay home and actually catch up on those books. So you know what? By the time I come back the next week, I'll definitely be ready.
Oh man, fire
Take
commentary,
advantage, sir.
fire
Hell yeah,
commentary right there, comic bookie fans.
But like, going through it, like Crime Syndicate, again, like it's cool. I thought it was going to be better than I thought it was going to be. Thank God it's only a 6-issue miniseries because it's not that good. Same thing with Man Bat. It was cool. Only 5 issues. A nice, cool little Scarecrow story with Batman in it. Bliss. This story was okay from Image. It was way better the first like 4 issues. Then it took a break, and then the last 4 issues were kind of like whatever. But this other one that I kind of wanted to talk about real quick was Moths. And this is like a side story to this, the Resistance, with all these people with the huge pandemic that happens, and then everyone gets these powers. Now, what Moths is that they call them Moths because I'm pretty sure moths might have like a short like lifespan, I guess, because why they call them moths is that they test them to see if they have powers, but they haven't shown them yet. Like Sean, you can be invisible, but you haven't grown that power yet. So what they do is they have a huge like ceremony or something like that, and then once you they kind of like fast forward the process. And so now all of a sudden, boom, now you can fly, or now you're invisible or whatever, but you have like only 6 days or 6 weeks to live, right? And so these people have become like these martyrs. Like, I need these powers because I'm going to do some good. Like, I'm going to save the world and stuff. So it kind of features this one girl. So that number 1 issue of like a 6-issue miniseries was actually really good from AWA. So But that's all the books I have because I didn't get to read anything from last week besides Detective Comics, which is pretty good.
I don't know about the trade-off right there, man. Superpowers are nice, but six weeks to live, man.
Or it's like 6 days. Like, it's not even that long.
What about this week, Sean? You picked him up. What do you like for this week?
Did get him this week. Obviously, still rolling with Radiant Black. It's like number 5 already, so excited about that. That story's been good. I know Alien 4, Mike and myself are on. That's good. And we got Mark's favorite, The Flash, 771.
There it is.
There it is, the one and only.
It's your
But,
guy.
Still rolling with it.
How's your
Just see
guy
how it
holding
goes.
up? You excited for your guy?
I still got to figure out which time frame he's in, but
I'm probably
Barry's
I'm probably going to pick up this Supergirl, the Woman of Tomorrow. I'll probably pick up number 1 if there's still an issue on Friday when I go. I'm really excited about Stillwater's been good, which I believe Stillwater is up for an Eisner for best book of the year, by the way. So
nice.
Ultra Mega is awesome. It's one of those ones where I pay $6 or $7, but like the content is really good.
Yeah, Home number 3 is out too,
That's
Mark.
right.
There
Home
it
number
is.
3. We got Mark. You still holding strong on Miles Morales. We have
Miles.
Berserker and 7 Secrets and stuff. So yeah, plenty of books. And of course, speaking of moths, we have Resistance Uprising number 3 come out as well. But I'd probably say
Don't forget Time After Time or Time Before
That's right.
Time. Wait, what is it? Time Before Time. Pretty crazy first issue. Kind of liked it enough to pull it, I guess. See how it goes. I think it's only 6 issues or something. So I'll see. Not too much this week. That it's too enticing. Berserker being my favorite. Obviously, I got it on display, but we'll see. Fireworks.
yeah, 7 Secrets. Hopefully that one's pretty good too. But I mean, the thing about comics is I just sent Alex my previews list, and oh my god. It was a huge list. I'm going backwards with this whole thing of trying to like keep it chill. I gave him like 1 Image book, 1 Boom Studios book. Of course, I had to get there's this little Spider-Man one, the little golden books for my daughter or my son. I'll probably get to my son this time. Spider-Man, I got to give it to him. But between Marvel and DC, I got like freaking 8 other books. Like I pulled the first issue of this Black Panther book.
8 books from previews.
I pulled the first issue of the new Black Panther story. I pulled the first issue of this new Cable Reloaded story. I pulled the whole 6-issue miniseries of like the Avengers Tech On. And then on the DC side, now granted, it's like, did you guys see on the DC side, it's like Batman Fear State. It's like a side little story to the Batman's series right now. Hopefully it's only like 1 issue, but like Pennyworth, like Alfred Pennyworth, he has a 7-issue miniseries coming out from Black Label. Superman versus Lobo is like a 3 or 4 issue miniseries. I got to pull that.
I pulled the Batman 89.
I pulled the Batman 89 too.
That one.
I mean, dude.
I had to pull the Bao Fam. Did you pull the Bao Fam?
The
one
Secret
shot?
Files Clown Hunter. I did pull that, and then I pulled the Joker Presents Puzzle Box. I pulled that one.
I think I saw that one.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm like, oh my god.
He had some weird art on it. I think.
Yeah,
right?
It was like his face, but it was like red and going up like that. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
I didn't pull that. As much of a Joker guy as I am, I decided not to pull that one.
Dang.
Because I don't want to get in the realm of pulling 8 per previews, man. I mean, maybe.
I need to I need to just throw away my next previews. Like no matter what, I just need to throw it away.
Still get it.
If I pull 8 previews, that means I'm probably pull listing them at least 5 to 6 of them. There it is.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's why, ladies and gentlemen, why he can't have reviews when he goes on vacation, because there's too many. There's just too many to keep up with.
Yeah, so I mean, if that's all you guys have for comic books, let's get into some of the news, shall we? I have a few little quick hitters. Mark, you have a quick hitter, and then I definitely want to get into 2 things: the Loki first episode and these Eisner Award nominees. I got to pull up the article, but I can get it to you. Netflix, for its new upcoming Assassin's Creed show, they get Die Hard writer Jeb Stewart to write the show. So I mean, hey, not like good old Die Hard, but it's Assassin's Creed. Mark, I know you're probably not a fan of. I'm not sure if you saw the movie. But me and Sean have been playing the video game since day one, since the first Assassin's Creed game came out, 10, 15 years ago. So super excited about that. James Wan, the director of Aquaman, has announced that Aquaman 2 has a title. It's going to be called Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. So that's pretty cool. Mark, you had an NFT story from Marvel.
Actually, I got a couple more stories before we get into that NFT story. First
ahead,
of
give me some
all,
quick hitters.
I want to give a shout out.
Go ahead and give me some quick hitters. Yeah, for sure.
Quick hitters. Bronx Street is being renamed Stan Lee Way in honor of comic book legend. The comic book writer who helped create Marvel's greatest superheroes now has a street named after him. Where exactly is it? In the Bronx? I think he died. Hold on. I think is he from New York? I think he's from like that. Yeah, he's probably where his hometown is. Yeah. So yeah, they're renaming a street after him in his hometown. I thought that was pretty cool. Took a while to do it, but nonetheless, it's done. Another one, Mike, I don't know if you saw this, but Harley Quinn, the animated series, is getting a comic book sequel after the second season. It is going to be returning in form. It is going to be titled The Eat, Bang, Kill Tour, where Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy's animated adventures are going to continue on in comic book form, like I said. Did you watch that season? I know you...
Not the second season. I watched the first 4 or 5 episodes of the first season. So it was during the pandemic when the first season first got put on HBO Max and they dropped the second season. I watched probably, if the first season's 10 episodes, I watched the first half of that one.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if they're going to continue animated at all. I think from what I'm seeing here, I think it's just going to continue on to a comic book form, which is better for me. Because I'll read the comic before I'll watch a TV show. You know how I am with TV, but
it's kind of like what they did with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They had 7 seasons, and then they continued season 8 in comic book form. That's pretty cool.
Before we give the fans some NFT news, since we are on Harley Quinn and all that, do you want to give the fans your news, Mike, real quick?
Oh man.
Well.
My wife actually sent me this article yesterday. It was super funny. They canceled. Or they cut a scene out of an episode of the Harley Quinn, show of kids. If you're listening to this, go ahead and earmuff this. Parents, if you got kids in the car, earmuff this. But I'm going to say it in the most PG-13 way I can. But I guess Batman was pleasuring his significant other, Catwoman, and he was hungry. And so he was doing some certain things to his lady. That's
This is a cartoon we're talking about here, guys.
This is a cartoon. So who knows if they wouldn't have shown anything? They might have just had sounds and stuff, maybe some stuff flying out that way, whatever. But yeah, so they.
What sounds, Michael?
I'm not going to do those sounds on the podcast.
I mean, we already know that's an adult cartoon, obviously. So
yeah, true.
It's something like that could have been expected. We obviously see with South Park some of the Family Guy, the stuff that they get away with still, even
but
though
at least they bleep out their F words. This is HBO. This is F this, F that. Nothing is bleeped. Nothing is taken. But I guess that went too far. So it was that scene was deleted. So and then people are up in arms, outraged by it. So I would have, it's not like I was like, oh my God, I want to see that. But I thought it would have been hella funny to see that, something that you would never expect Batman to be doing.
I don't think DC would have expected it. Yeah. I don't know if DC was expecting it either. Whoever came up with that one.
Well, I guess not, because DC's okay with everything else that they talk about. Jesus, dude, some of the stuff they say is outrageous. So I guess that crossed the line. I guess so. I don't know.
Somebody didn't have a preference in that. Somebody just wasn't into that kind of thing. And hey,
I don't know. But you know what? I don't know. Catwoman, Pussycat.
I think I see where you're going here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you read some of the comments that I sent you?
Yeah.
It's just great.
He's like,
the memes.
He's like, it's ironic that Catwoman would. Yeah. People would know where we're going with this. So, but that's pretty crazy. But your NFT story, sir.
NFT, let's hit it real quick. It's been real big. We talk about this with writers and comic book people and all types of, we even talked about it with Tracy Pratt, and everybody's trying to get into the NFT. A blockchain developed by Binance is going to host a marketplace. Guys, if you guys are into this type of stuff, a marketplace that's going to be dedicated to Marvel superhero universe. According to I got Benzinga.com here, NFT Marketplace will offer traders, collectors, and fans of the Marvel Universe a way to own a piece of it through tokenized artwork. The marketplace will be built on the Binance Smart Chain and consequently powered by the Binance Coin, BNB. Why it matters, it says, the NFT Marketplace will also feature the Marvel Fan Token. So you're kind of getting Disney and Marvel kind of making their own type of coin, if you will, like all these other damn altcoins and shit coins and that they've been coming out with. It's just pretty funny. Have you guys heard some of the ones since we kind of got rated R earlier? But earmuffs. If there are any kids in the car, but kind of like they had one that came out. It's like the cum coin or like the cummies, and they have like all types of like
freaky
dude.
coins.
They got one because Elon is always obviously he's always pumping the Dogecoin.
Mm-hmm.
So they made one. I don't know if he's even behind it. I probably not, but they made one named like Dogelon, like Dogecoin, but Doge Elon. And I'm like, dude, it's just getting out of control with all this. But nonetheless, I'm pretty much safe to say that I would think that Walt Disney wouldn't be putting their name behind anything
nothing like the cummies,
right? I'm pretty sure Walt Disney and Marvel have done their homework before they decided to go with BNB and make crypto MV, which is going to be earned on each interaction with the ecosystem and holding, which will allow the holder to periodically receive free NFTs. So I guess I think it says that the platform's users can upload artwork themselves and will be assisted by AI in creating and selling it. Users will also be able to send their NFTs as gifts. Each trade on the NFT Marvel Marketplace to sustain a 6% fee and 2% goes to all MV. Remember, that's the cryptocurrency that they want to create on this Binance. Goes to all MV holders as MV. 2% flows to the liquidity pool on the Pancake Swap. I've heard of this. The Pancake Swap decentralized exchange, while the 2% will be burned. So that's Pancake Swap. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it's kind of like an exchange where a lot of people are buying like these safe moons and these coins. And I haven't dug much into it. Kind of rather stick to like equities instead of crypto, although I do hold some Doge. But it's all for fun, man. But what are you guys' thoughts? You guys being the big Marvel guys.
I mean, I just think it's crazy. I mean,
Disney guys,
like,
if you will.
Some things that you wouldn't think that would go into that market, It's like,
exactly what I was thinking.
So it's like, wow.
I knew 100% it was going to go into that market. Maybe not the crypto market, but the NFT market.
Yes. I didn't think crypto,
exactly.
I mean,
that's what I meant.
Some dude just sold artwork that there was nothing there. It was just space for like 18. Well, did you see it?
What? No.
Yeah, what?
You guys keep going. I'll pull it up.
Oh, that's just crazy. But yeah, no, you're right. The NFT for sure, but the crypto, no. I mean, it's just crazy. But hey, it's probably gonna be successful.
An Italian artist this invisible sculpture just sold for $18,000. An Italian artist, Salvatore Garou, just sold an invisible sculpture for over $18,000. Reports ArtNet. The sculpture. Did you see that one? The sculpture is nothing more than an empty space. The artwork titled "Lo Sono," I am in Italian. Lo Sono, I am, is in Italian. It's a 5-by-foot square free of obstructions, according to the ArtNet. You don't see it, but it exists. It's made of air and spirit. End quote, according to Garou, the New York Post says. Dude, it's like, I don't know if you guys didn't hear this story, obviously. I'm sure some of our listeners did, but he sold space, bro, air. Like someone bought air, like, and said that dude.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna take my ass to Michael's, go get some mats, and I'm gonna go sell some air too. And we're gonna.
He sold air. He's an artist, and
come up with.
Dude, we can make a paper mache my ass and then sell it for some good money. Let's do that,
dude. It probably 18,000. That's crazy. He sold air. He sold a 5-by-5 piece of square and said that it was Le Sono. I am. It's in Italian, baby.
I don't know.
Unbelievable, man. The stuff people make money off of these days, and the stuff people spend money on these days.
This market's getting crazy, bro. It's like, what is this? Like just like, what the hell?
But to me, like that's almost like that. To me, my mindset is that's kind of like a mind. Like fooling somebody, like here I have is this. Like, there ain't nothing here, but I'm gonna try to basically convince you that there's something here worth something, and you still value, like, oh, value of Pokemon cards. At least there's something there. Like, you're gonna convince me some guy is selling. I'm not even saying a damn card should be worth that, but like, I don't know. That stuff baffles me, man.
For sure.
If it ain't physically there, bro, I just don't know what the value is. I'm sorry.
Very true.
Well, these comic books are going to be physically there in a couple of years. Hopefully, some of these, we say it all the time, man. Hopefully, we grade them. Some of them come out, and some of them, we got a couple new characters and whatnot. Detective, you wrote Detective, right, Mike?
I did read Detective, yes, the one from last week, yes.
So that's not a new character, right?
The
Or am I thinking?
Worth or whatever?
Well, I was thinking of Batman. Sorry, Batman. Wait, was it
You talking
Batman?
about Peacekeeper 1?
No. Dang, which one am I? Sorry.
Saint?
Saint.
No, I don't think he's a new character, no.
No, not Saint.
Worth.
What
the
the
big
heck?
guy.
Yeah, it was out of Detective.
I don't think so.
Detective.
He's part of one of the founding families of Gotham City. I would think that he might be in a story, over the last 100 years,
Oh, isn't it the dude that's in the Kano's office and he's like, "Oh, I just had my lunch," or "I was just going out for lunch," and he got the dude in the
that
alleyway.
guy, and then he's like the reason why they're all getting sick and then dying and stuff.
Yes. That's not a new character or nothing.
That specific character, like the guy, might be new, but whatever is coming out of his mouth like that, it may not be new.
Oh,
I have no idea. I'll ask Alex on Friday when I go to the book comic store.
To you also.
Yeah, of course. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I'm
You
saying.
gotta
Like,
check your character book, Mark.
sometimes I don't know, but I wouldn't know how to look up that character. Like what Mike, I don't know. I guess I could look through it, but that's crazy. Sometimes I feel like I got like all these like new like characters. I'm like, I'm gonna score big comic bookies.
So we have the Eisner Awards. The nominations were just released last week, the week that we did not record. So some of the things, I'm just going to highlight some of the things that kind of jumped out at me that we all may know. One of the nominees for Best Single Issue is The Other History of the DC Universe #1, the big one that I was getting, the one with Black Lightning on the front. Yep. So that's by John Ridley. Best Continuing Series, Bitter Root. I know that's the one I think our buddy Joe reads. Daredevil, The Department of Truth, Stillwater. So that's Best Continuing Series is one of the nominees for Best. So that's 2 books by Chip Zdarsky, because he also is writing Daredevil, or was writing Daredevil when it was nominated. Best Limited Series. Mark, did you grab that first issue of Decorum like last year?
I did.
Me too.
That's
from Hickman.
Yeah, Jonathan Hickman. You're absolutely
X-Men
right.
writer.
Strange Adventures, Best Limited Series, Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. I never even thought to grab that one, which is pretty crazy. Best.
I remember.
Mm-hmm,
I remember when the #1 came out.
Yeah, and I got it, and I didn't continue it.
Are they still on it?
It says Best Limited Series. So I'm going to say no. Okay. Best New Series, Black Widow, which I actually grabbed the first issue. I think maybe all 3 of us grabbed the first issue of Crossover. Mark, you actually continued it for a while. The Department of Truth again. Philadelphia. I've been seeing that on League of Comic Geeks, month after month.
Who's the writer on that one?
Rodney Barnes and Jason Sean Alexander. That's from Image.
Barbie.
And then we only find them when they're dead by Al Ewing from Boom Studios. Let's see. There's other ones that I kind of want to see. Best publication for teens, no. Best anthology, no. I think it was getting into like the specific person, like the best,
OTK this year?
Yeah, so best writer, you have Ed Brubaker for Pulp and Reckless, Matt Fraction for that Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, Jonathan Hickman for Decorum and for X-Men, Jeff Lemire for all the Black Hammer stuff.
Nice.
He might win it.
And, of course, for Family Tree and Gideon Falls. He also writes all of that. Oh, the guy who's got to win it. Come on now. James Tynion.
Lemire?
James Tynion. Something is Killing the Children. Remember, Sean, we grabbed the first issue of Wind from Boom Studios.
Wind was good.
Batman, Department of Truth, and then, of course, the Razor Blades. And then, of course, Chip Zdarsky with Stillwater, Daredevil, and then Fantastic Four, X-Men. Best writer / artist. Let's see. No one that we really know. Best penciler. Mitch Gerards.
Gerards.
Yes. So
no Snyder in any of those, huh?
Snyder's not in that. But that's for Strange Adventures. Let's see. Let's see. Best cover artist.
Tom King, no nominations, you're saying?
No Tom King. No.
Wow.
Best coloring.
Definitely.
Dave Stewart. I definitely recognize him from the Black Hammer stuff. Dave Stewart.
From the 1970s days.
Matt Wilson. I know, right?
You, my friend.
70s. That's 80s, bro.
Was it the? Oh yeah. I saw it. I got my years mixed up.
Matt Wilson, Undiscovered Country for best coloring. And then you have, like letterers and stuff like that. But that's pretty much all the ones that we would know as far as the Eisner Award nominations. So congratulations to all the nominees. And I have no idea when they're going to be announced.
Is Merca Andolfo anywhere on there?
I didn't see her
coming out.
I didn't see her name when I was first looking at it, but again, I was just kind of scrolling down, like, I know that one. I know that one. So maybe if I look more into it, then I definitely would see her name. But anyways, the last thing I wanted to talk about was Loki, episode 1. Sean, you watched the episode 1. You watched a little bit of today of episode 2. So I thoroughly enjoy it coming out on Wednesdays because I really can watch it any day that I want. I don't have to stick to the day it came out on Friday. But the first episode was cool. I think it was the best rated opening Disney Plus show to date. So again, just like Falcon Winter Soldier beat out the first episode of WandaVision, Loki beats out those two. So, but it was pretty good to be introduced to a new, shield or whatnot, just like the time police, if you will. And they, and then Owen Wilson's funny, it's like Owen Wilson is Owen Wilson,
Owen Wilson is the minute you hear his voice, bro, and you start seeing the way he interacts with people is the same way he interacts in every movie you'd ever see him with. Just I don't know what it is, but Owen Wilson's Owen Wilson.
Yeah, definitely. From Zoolander to Wedding Crashers, it's the same dude. It's just hilarious. But pretty powerful moment when he is by himself in the room and he pretty much goes through his whole tape of his life and he finds out what happened to his mom, he caused it, and then what happened to actually him, how he's killed by Thanos, and of course, you would think that he'd want to change it. So, but they need his help. They end up needing his help, and they need to find some guy who's going through time and is committing murders of agents from their, organization, and it just so happens to be himself. So who better to find a killer than the actual guy who's committing the murders? So that's going to be pretty crazy, that last scene when everything's on fire in, where was it, Oklahoma in the 1850s or something like that. So that was pretty crazy.
You can definitely see that Marvel didn't take long to intertwine the whole universe with this episode. How you said, from the beginning of him just appearing in the freaking dust, the dirt, the whole desert, and then the whole time cops arresting him. And what you saying, man, him going through basically a time frame of every major thing that happened in his life and why it really actually happened, who was actually getting blamed for it, and Loki's Loki, bro. You feel how he is and how he is. He wants his powers so bad, and it's your powers aren't going to work here. Don't worry. And you know what? Oh, no, Wilson, I was a little, not questionable, but just wondering just how he would fit. He's going to be fine, bro. The first interaction he had with Loki, just kind of that casual, yeah, your powers aren't going to work here.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy's good. You just feel that. But no, I definitely like the direction of it. It is funny. They're actually looking for him through time. Yeah, it's going to be good. Definitely had a whole quicker start. You had Falcon, Winter Soldier. That was the whole action show. Freaking, what's the other one called? I'm having a brain fart right now.
WandaVision.
WandaVision. WandaVision, obviously a little bit of a slow start, more of the thinking show for sure. And then this one's just kind of there's going to be a little story behind it for sure. There's going to be a lot of things that connects the dots, I feel.
I just love the aspect of time travel. Just going through things and and the little thing they have to put down that makes it's kind of like a Men in Black nebulizer. It just makes everything back to what it was. You the people, the Mongolians, I think that's where he first landed. You did not just see Loki or us come through this portal, out of thin air. So we have to reset the timeline to what it was. pretty cool. And but I just love some of the small things that Marvel does, like the humor thing. Like, remember the other guy who was walking through the maze of lines, and he's like, "I don't have my number." Like, what the hell? And then he just gets like vaporized.
Yeah.
Like, it was hella funny. Just things like that. Damn it, Mark! I wish you were into these things. I mean,
You would like
Yeah.
this one. You would like, bro.
yeah, the Loki show I think was
like
pretty
this.
cool because I remember you were having a conversation over Twitter on with DJ Cook Beats because he said Loki was fire or whatever. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's not, oh my god, it's the best thing since Avengers Infinity War, but I thought it was good.
But it does only have 2 episodes out, and the first episode is 51 minutes. The second one is 54 minutes.
Oh,
So,
wow.
it's some volume there.
Yeah,
So,
so it's not going to be
Excited,
like
bro.
8 or 9 episodes. It'll be what? Just like Falcon Winter Soldier, like 5 or 6 episodes?
maybe 5 to 6, and I can easily say, oh yeah, there'll be another season. You can already tell.
I think they already signed on too. Like, even before Loki dropped, I think they already signed on for a second season. So, looking forward to that for sure.
You know what? While we were doing this whole fun part of the episode of doing news, I actually fell upon one.
Uh-oh.
The good old Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania just began film production.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it'll be a release date in 2023. But yeah, good old Paul Rudd back in the tights. He will be Ant-Man. The production that's began. Yeah, the next MCU film.
Oh,
Good old Ant-Man and Wasp.
I did see-
Quantumania.
go ahead.
I didn't actually realize that was the name of it, Quantumania. But no, that's awesome. I love those
I
movies.
think that's the one with that Kang is going to be the villain in that one. I believe Kang the Conqueror is going to be the villain in that one. And I
Yep.
just got I'm not sure how many days ago it was, but Morbius, they're still set for a January 2022 release, but they've confirmed that he will not be in the MCU. It's going to be like a Venom thing where it's going to be just a side thing. So Morbius, the vampire,
I'm fine
yeah,
with
he
that.
will
Are you?
not be in the MCU. Oh yeah, for sure. We already have one coming with Blade.
I think I seen it was Tyrese. He's in the movie.
Tyrese. I know that
Tyrese, man.
Tyrese, Sean.
Tyrese Gibson. I think it was actually him who had an interview, and he
Baby
actually was
boy.
one of the people who mentioned that it wasn't going to be an MCU film. So no, I seen that same thing too. So that's good to know, I guess. See how how much is going to kind of be included, if there's going to be like any MCU references. Now probably not. So
Yeah,
that's good to know.
Some things to look forward to in the MCU. Hopefully Loki will last as long as season finale, and then the very next week here comes Black Widow to the theaters. Hopefully they kind of stretch it out to it does that. So but that is all for me. If you guys don't have anything else, that's episode 116, sports, comics. We missed a week, and I will miss next week, but Sean and Mark will be here to collide the worlds of sports and comics like we do every single week. So, gentlemen, take us away for episode 116.
It felt so long since we've recorded, and it's only been 2 weeks, but a great, fun time with my brothers for episode 116, the Comic Bookies podcast. Like always, guys, keep supporting us. We love the interaction. There's so much good stuff going on from the playoffs in the NHL, the playoffs in the NBA. We got the Euro Cup going on right now. All these great books going out right now. Some fun movies coming out. And to what we said earlier, California opened yesterday. However you want to take that, but it is some steps forward taken to just get that normal back, guys. Whether you get vaccinated or not, that's not what it's about. It's just being safe and just enjoying life, man. Things are about as normal as it's going to probably be for a while. But then again, hey, we're able to go out now. Some people aren't wearing masks. We're able to go to stores now without masks, able to do all these different things. So go support your local comic book shops, Treasure Island Comic in Fremont, California. Go watch all these great movies coming out in theaters. Don't feel like you're going to be trapped in your house any much longer. And like us going to the NASCAR race, go enjoy some sports games, because there's a lot of teams out there in the Bay, in the U.S. Hey, your soccer teams, worldwide. Go support them, guys, because I know they are so excited to have us back as well. So with that said, Comic Books Podcast, baby, episode 116.
Yes, sir. In the Bay, into the U.S. of A. Thank you for supporting everybody. Thank you for listening in. Yes, we are glad to be back with you. Episode 116. Thank you to our sponsor, Treasure Island Comics, as always. And Thank you for the fans. I don't know if Mike's pulling up right now, if he got any new
I already
listeners,
did.
if we got any new countries.
I already did earlier today, and unfortunately, we do not. But I think the 3 new countries 2 weeks ago made up for it. I think that takes care of the rest of the month. So much appreciation to Indonesia, India, and Pakistan from 2 weeks ago.
Hey.
And shout out to all the countries currently competing in the UEFA Euro 2020. Shout out to you guys, and hopefully you guys keep keeping on and prevailing just for supporting the Comic Bookies podcast. Check us out at all social media at the Comic Bookies, at gmail.com. And yeah, thank you for joining in live and on every podcast subscription service. Make sure that you give us a rating, give us a review. It goes far. And nonetheless, thank you for joining us. Thank you, brothers, for being back. Next week, it's only going to be 2 of us, like Mike mentioned, but it's going to be fun. And we're gonna find out who won and going into the conference finals. And
Agua.
Yes, sir, Agua. So let's go Portugal, and let's go America as always, and every country around the globe. Let's be optimistic, and we love you.
Email us. Email the show, thecomicbookies@gmail.com. Please subscribe and follow our Twitch and YouTube pages to get all the updates on new videos that we drop every week or so, and of course the live feeds that we run every Wednesday night. But for Mark and for Sean, I will see you in 2 weeks, but these 2 clowns will see you next week. This has been the Comic Bookies podcast. Enjoy the sports, enjoy the sports, enjoy the comics, and enjoy each other. Peace out. We love you 3000.
Peace.
And always enjoy each other. And don't forget to enjoy your fathers this Sunday. Happy Father's Day to all the Father's Day out there. Do something good for him. The best thing that you could probably do for him, if he's a sports fanatic, if he's an entertainer, if he's a comic reader, if he likes to read at all, let him get our link and let him get our podcast to his ears, to your dad. It'll be the best thing you guys could share together on that Sunday. Thank you, comic bookie fans. We love you. We love you, dads. We love you, veterans. Let's go, baby. Peace.
Is this my first Father's Day?